Scott called by defense to refute Conley's story. Atlanta Constitution, August 8, 1913, shows Negro lied many times. The defense sprang a surprise during the afternoon session where they called Detective Harry Scott to the stand to testify to the third degree under which Jim Conley had been placed at police headquarters and which process had exacted his 3 conflicting confessions. Scott stated throughout his testimony that Conley had told conflicting stories on numerous occasions during his early imprisonment, and that had failed to tell the detectives much of the story which he related on the witness stand Tuesday and Wednesday. Scott's statement created a telling of fact, and it is said to have caused the wavering of opinion of the Negro's story. According to the detective's testimony, Conley's story from past records showed itself to be an unfathomably mess of fabrications. The Pinkerton man was not removed from the stand until the adjournment of the afternoon session. He was questioned by Luther Rosser. You had information on Monday following the murder that Mrs. Arthur White had seen a Negro loitering on the first floor, didn't you? Did you give it to the police? Yes. You worked in cooperation with the police, didn't you? Yes. Did you inquire at the factory if Conley could write? Yes. When did you first discover that he would write? Sunday, May 18th. I have here a statement purporting to have been written by James Conley on May 18th. Were you present when it was made? Please examine it. Yes, I wrote it myself. Who furnished you the data? Jim Conley. Did he furnish you any other statements? Not that day. In the statement he gave you, he recited minute details, didn't he? Yes. None of his movements as detailed in the first statement included a visit to the pencil factory, did they? No. He told you he left his home between 9 and 9:30 o'clock, didn't he? Yes. He told you of buying beer and whiskey, didn't he? Yes. Was told Conley could write. You knew that the information that he could write came from the pencil factory? Yes. All the while the attorney plied the witness with questions. He was searching through Conley's various statements made at police headquarters during the time of his confessions. On May 18th, you dictate a D statement to Conley, didn't you? Yes. You were present, weren't you, when he was brought before Mrs. White? Yes. What was his behavior? He was nervous. Did he make any movements with his mouth as a signal to his wife? Describe them. Scott illustrated with his mouth a lip motion he attributed to Conley. Didn't he verbally deny to you on May 18th that he had connection with the murder? Yes? You gave him the third degree, didn't you? I wouldn't say that we use the third degree in our business. Didn't one of you wheedle him and the other sympathize with him? I'll admit we used a bit of profanity. How long was the grueling you gave him that Sunday? 2 hours. Did you have another conversation with him on May 24th? Yes. It was put in writing? Yes, by a stenographer. Was he carried to Solicitor Dorsey that day? Yes. He denied having seen the girl's body, didn't he? Yes. He said, too, that he made the notes on Friday? Yes. He told you the second time he made a statement that he was going to tell the whole truth? Yes, he made a voluntary statement that day. That was his first sworn statement, wasn't it? Yes. You saw him again on May 27th? Yes. Where? Police headquarters. First statement showed premeditation. You impressed upon him the fact that his first statement was not plausible, and that his story of writing the notes on Friday would show premeditations, didn't you? Yes. You saw him again on May 28th? Yes. You stayed with him all day that time explaining that his statement was far-fetched as well as absolutely unbelievable? Yes. On this day he made another statement? Yes. This time he changed his dates from Friday to Saturday? Yes. He said it was his last statement, didn't he, and that had made up his mind to tell the truth? Yes. He said that when he left the Capital City Laundry he met Frank and that Frank followed him to the factory? Yes. How many notes did he say he wrote? 3. What else did he say? He said that all that Frank wrote was Dear Mother. What sort of Negro was Jim when you first saw him? He was dirty and ragged. When they brought him into court the other day he was as slick as an onion, wasn't he? Yes. He told you the reason he washed his shirt the day he was arrested was because he had been wearing it a long time? Yes. On May 29th you had another talk with him? Yes. Did you give him the third degree that day? No, not what you'd call the third degree. You stayed with him until 1 word illegible o'clock at night? Yes. On this occasion he told you that he hadn't told the truth up to that time because he expected Mr. Frank to get him out? Yes. In that statement he said nothing about watching for Frank, did he? No. Did you ever try to get him to tell you about the mesh bag of Mary Fagan's? Yes. He denied having seen it. Did he tell you anything about Frank putting it in his safe? He told me nothing about it. At first, didn't he tell you he wrote only one note? Yes. At this point of the examination, both Mr. and Mrs. Frank leaned over to the attorney's chair and consulted secretly with Mr. Rosser. Did he say he gave the cigarettes and money in a box, or the money and cigarettes in a cigarette box? He said he gave the money and cigarettes in the cigarette box. First called her Fagin. In speaking of Mary Fagin, did he say he thought her name was Mary Fagin? No. Did he tell you that